But you know, it is such a special night. There's such a great audience. And I really feel like I can talk to you, you know? So forget what you've read in the papers. And forget what you've heard on the radio, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Not that the truth really matters.
Hello, little boy. I'm touching you and you're shocking me. That's it. Get in my mouth. I'm gonna feed you now. Don't eat me. Oh yeah. And now I'm going off into space. I love being a robot and flying around.
Next. Next. Did you really think you had a chance?
Hello?
Next.
Wait! I'm here to be a court jester.
Fine. Make me laugh. What have you done to me?
Don't cry, we can fix this. I know the way. To reverse the effects of the spell, we need dragon scales.
Oh lord, that dragon's hideous. She's crying?
Look, her eggs! They're broken.
Probably serves the ugly beast right. I don't need any more hideous creatures lurking around my kingdom.
It's ironic how you say that, seeing how you need help from that same hideous beast. Perhaps if you can't see the beauty of beast, you don't deserve their help.
You have to visit your sick grandmother. No excuses, young lady.
Mom, the forest is dark and scary and filled with creatures that want to eat me.
Don't be selfish. This could be the last time you see her.
Okay, this won't be so bad, right? It's a shortish walk and it's light out still, so no dangers are out yet. I'm doomed. Who's there? Stay back. Don't come any closer, I'm warning you. I'm alive? Oh, you're not an evil creature out to get me. You're just a little hungry, aren't you? I shouldn't have assumed you were evil. I'm sorry.
You work hard, you build a cozy home, and then bam! Some random human girl breaks in, eats your food, and now she's just here, living with us, rent-free.
I've locked the doors, she picks the lock. I've hidden the food, she orders delivery. I once told her we moved to Canada, and she called my bluff.
Courtney's really special. She has this way of lighting up a room. And she's smart. She's funny. She's gorgeous.
If I hear one more love poem about that girl, I'm moving to a cave in the mountain.
Alright fam, this place was a total cave. Literally. So I'm giving it a human upgrade. Think cozy. Think chic. Think open concept bear den.
Where's my recliner?
Oh, I may have swapped it for this super ergonomic meditation pillow.
She's like a cockroach. You get rid of her, she just comes back stronger.
What if we accidentally drop her off in the woods?
Tempting, but BB would never forgive us.
She's gotta go.
Surprise! We're starting a new family tradition, Smoothie Sundays.
I hate her.
Same.
She's perfect.
You should have seen her face. I think my next ruse will be my last one, and the one to break her. We'll make sure that she wears red to the king's wedding, and then we'll...
That cocky, cold-hearted... I mean, I know I was a brat when I was younger, but I was only a kid. And really? At the king's wedding? Hello?
I'm glad you showed up tonight, because I've got an idea to help you with your little problem. Would you like a drink?
It was crazy. I still can't believe it.
It wasn't entirely unexpected.
It was traumatic. I can still hear what he said. Let me in. Let me in.
Tragedy has struck the sleepy town of Storyville. The new homeowners, the Little Brothers, have gone through something no one should have to. So, why don't you tell me what happened?
It was a day like any other. I was relaxing in the house I had just built when I heard a knock on the door. I went to check it out, and there he was. Let me in! Let me in! Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. And then he huffed and he puffed, and boom.
Timmy showed up all frantic, talking about a wolf or something. It seemed perfect for my booming YouTube channel. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be kinda crazy. My brother just showed up tweaking about...
Now's the time! He's coming!
He was right. Not long after, my house was blown down.
So, your brothers arrived at your house?
Yeah, the wolf came in not long after. He was telling us to let him in, but unlike my brothers, however, he couldn't blow my house down.
So, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, we were all off in the world and set to build our own houses. It's a bit of a family tradition we have. And my brothers were lazier than I. They preferred to build theirs out of straws and sticks instead of bricks. But the wolf decided to climb down the chimney and into the dinner I was boiling. But he ran off after, presumably into the woods, and I haven't seen him since.
No one else has either. It's been weeks since this occurred.
On one hand, I want him to be caught so he can go to jail. On the other, I never want to think of him again.
Hey Oz, you want to join me for an errand? Great!
Pretty sleepy town. Anything interesting goes on around here?
Just thought it would be nice to check up on the town. Not too long ago, I saved these people from a snow. It was messy, but I was victorious, of course. I just want to know how everyone's doing after that.
So we're just waving to the locals?
Exactly.
Why didn't you invite Don with us? He would appreciate the market more than I would.
Well, I was going to, but... Yo, Donnie, you want to join me?
Okay.
With the kitchen a mess, Don asked us to pick up... Oh, look, Ozzy! Take a look at his sword.
It'll be the last thing I look at if you're not careful with that thing. Isn't your fighting style more hand-to-hand? Why the sudden interest in weapons?
Yeah, I'm great
great with my fists, but to be a great hero, one must expect the unexpected.
Someone help! My kids are in there!
On my way, ma'am. Alright, little bro. You go pick up Don's order.
Okay. Do I need to pay for it? She really loves to make a dramatic exit. Hmm?
Stop it, you guys!
As if, Cottontail! Give us the discount and maybe we'll consider leaving you alone.
What seems to be the problem?
It's none of your business, so move along, Poncho! Yeah! So scram!
You're wasting your time. I suggest you get going.
Oh, yeah? And what exactly is a puny kid like you gonna do to stop us?
Still here.
Who do you think you are, Melonhead? Look at me when I'm talking to you!
Oh, sorry. It's kind of hard to pay attention with that rat nest you call hair distracting me. It's supposed to be a mohawk. Oh, this'll be fun. I'm your guy. But I need your help.
I don't trust him.
Gary.
Sub, G?
Don't even want to solve the case.
If you find any information, make sure to report it to me, Leonardo. I'm counting on you.
There are no more updates on the ongoing murders or police reports. During this time, keep your loved ones and yourself safe.
Carry 1, old man 0.
Stop calling me an old man!
You're improvising in, using the walls, and you're looking everywhere besides the other dancers. And then we're making our way to the center of the stage in a circle.
I was 4 years old, and I was looking at my sister in a dance class, and she was taking hip hop. And it just looked so fun to me, so I joined the class, and I was in like high heel boots and everything, but I didn't care. Yeah, and then I just never stopped. For this dance, in particular, I have a song that I just really loved, and I think the message of like the lyrics and everything matched like a theme that I wanted to have, so I just like started like mapping out the song and like kind of creating like images in my head of like what moves and things, and then I just fill in the gaps later with choreo. The most challenging thing I say is like just being like really tired and like always like over analyzing yourself, because your role is to like perform for other people, like a whole entire audience, and they're like just there to observe you. So I think definitely like getting in your head about things, but all the pros outweigh the cons.
I've been dancing for 8 years and starting out when I was 7.
I started dancing when I was 4, so I've been dancing for like 11 years.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Seeing like a bunch of the older girls at like our dance studio when we were younger and watching them, like that's what really inspired me. I'm going back to 505. For us, I feel like we wanted to look for a song first, and then we started choreographing, and then slowly building up to like our story.
For this dance, I
know I wanted to try something different, so I decided to start it in silence. So I began by mapping out the song I chose and then coming up with a rhythm before that that mimics the rhythms that are in the song. So that's where I started, and that's where I took the movement from too. So it really comes from musicality for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. My dance, the vision for it kind of came from the song, which is about a school shooting. So it definitely represents that to me, and the fact that these things shouldn't be happening, that it's not fair, and those emotions that come along with it.
We walk these streets of red. We walk these streets of red. Yeah.
I feel like my favorite part is being able to choreograph with Millie, and also I really like the beginning.
Yeah, the collaborative process is really fun, and it's exciting to kind of like explore making choreography with like another person. It's kind of about like the struggle of like finding who you are and kind of like finding yourself, and also like the pressure of like outside things like your like life. Yeah.
I've been dancing since I was around 3 years old. Kind of just joined because my mom put me in class, but then I wanted to like keep learning and keep building my technique. Or like our job is to like look in the mirror and see what we're doing wrong, so that can cause like a lot of body images and just like a lot of like self-doubt. First I found a dance I liked, then I just kind of started, and there are certain beats in the music that I wanted to be a ripple. So. I think it's like telling a bit of like a story of like going away. I have each grade level in my dance, and there's 4 dancers, and I hope to start the journey of how I have gone through CoSA and how it will start with the next generation.
I like working with Jiraiya. It's been really fun so far, and getting to like explore like what works and what doesn't work with our dance. And then also like our dancers' inputs are really helpful as well.
Yeah, I would say choreographing with Olivia is pretty fun because we spend a lot of time bouncing ideas off of each other when we are kind of at like a stopping point in our choreography. And even then, the people in our dance are so welcoming, and they always just throw their ideas out there as well, and it's just a very, I don't know, welcoming space for choreography.
Working with all these 4 people is amazing because you get to see all these like different perspectives of dance and styles.
I think it's also a little bit challenging at times. I know we struggle with finding a piece of music that we all agree on because we have different ideas of where we wanted to take the dance. We decided to divide the song and make tasks in a way to challenge our creativity. So my task, for example, was standing in a group for one chunk of people and then having a solo for another chunk of people. And it was about contrasting. So one group is really fast, dynamic, sharp, and the soloist is slow and fluid.
My task was doing a duo section. In tour group, we have 5 people, so when you have duos, it's obviously 2 people. So it was kind of difficult seeing who would alternate through.
So my section is basically one giant cannon of dancers. So I really want the audience to kind of just be mesmerized for a second and try and figure out like, oh wait, they're going, oh no, they're going, like da 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 da.
The message that we want to convey is like there's beauty in pain.
Especially in the duet section that like is a part of the song where we thought it like represented a relationship or something, so that's why we chose that. And each dancer individually choreographs to their own style, and yeah, we all put it together at the end.
My name is Marina Villegas, and I'm in 10th grade. I started dancing when I was about 5 years old, and I think my big sister inspired me to dance because she's like a year older. I think the most challenging parts is it's like really easy to compare yourself with other dancers, and then the most rewarding part is just being able to move your body, and I think it's grown to be like a part of me. For me, I think it's really about listening to the music, like things you can't say, but you're like thinking, so you show them through movements.
I've been dancing for 11 years. I'm 16, so since I was 5. Well, I moved here from Virginia, and this was one of the only like really good high school dance programs, so I auditioned.
What message do you want your dance to convey?
I would say kind of breaking away from a group that, isn't contributing the most it can in your life. See, my favorite part of dance is probably just the emotional expression, because there's so many different styles of dance, so the opportunities are really unlimited for what you can do with it.
Do you regret it?
Why? How?
Do you regret it?
I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know.
Do you regret it?
Yes!
Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
What does that even mean? No! Andy, no! Andy! No!
Yeah, the book's coming along great. Yeah, I'll definitely keep in contact. Do you think I could call you in a second? I have a meeting to go to. Okay, bye. Perfect. To Claire.
I'm Detective Langston, your assistant. Let me in.
Hi, yes, sorry. I've had a long night. Please take a seat and get comfy.
Okay, so I saw a little bit in the police report, but I want to get some more information from you specifically about what's been going on.
Well, 2 days ago, I got a letter in the mail with a random symbol on it, and at first I didn't think much of it, but then it talked about a computer going dark, and the same thing happened to me yesterday afternoon. My computer just wouldn't turn on, and then it wouldn't let me log in. And then after my computer just wouldn't turn on, I got a gift that had another letter in it with the same symbol.
Well, what did the letter say this time?
It mentioned something about a car accident in front of the dentist I had an appointment at this afternoon. I called Margaret and had her cancel it, but it just made me feel really uneasy about the whole thing.
It's okay, yeah, we're gonna get this sorted. I can keep coming over until we get this fixed, but for now, we should start thinking of suspects. I'm gonna run back to the office and grab some tools, but if you could maybe make a list of people you think could be behind this, that would be great. For the time being, you can't let Margaret leave, unfortunately. We might need to question her later. But if you need anything else, you can call me. We really can't afford to take any risks here, so.
All right, I'll be here and call you if I see anything.
Is something going on?
I just need to ask you a few questions and you'll be out of here in no time. Where did you find both the letter and the gift that you delivered to Miss Barlow?
I just found it in the office's P.O. box under her name. It's just where people send fan mail usually.
Okay, good to know. Did you see any symbols or writing on the letter or the gift that could have indicated who it was from?
No, not at all. Claire asked me too, and I had no idea, and it wasn't my business to open either of them.
No, of course not. Have you seen anything suspicious around the office that could lead back to this case? Any tampering with the P.O. box?
No, not at all, but I can start watching the P.O. boxes if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah, no problem. Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Will do.
We can talk it so good. We can make it so divine. We can talk it good, how you wish it would be all the time.
Freshman year. I think the thing I was most nervous about freshman year was definitely finding my own group of friends. Later on, that problem was solved during new student orientation. I met my friend Chloe O'Keefe. I learned that Chloe had also lived in IB and she lived exactly a block away from me. And so it was a really fun experience. My first friend was Chloe. The first day of school, I had lunch with Chloe. But then again, the girl who invited me had her friend group. I remember eating on those rocks for a couple days, and by those rocks there is a bench right there, and so if we weren't sitting at the rocks, we were sitting at the bench. My first real friend that I made was also during the first day of school. My first period was art with Miss Hill, and in that class there was this girl who had a Gorillas shirt, and I thought she was the coolest girl. She was probably like a sophomore or a junior. I saw her and I was really nervous, and so I didn't say anything. But it wasn't until I had lunch with that friend group that's when I actually met her. Her name's Sophia Hodges. Sophomore year is a little transition that you have in high school. The way that I found my place was the group of friends I was surrounding myself with. Surrounding myself with upperclassmen really helped me grow. I was starting to become more mature for my age. Seeing the class of 23 leave and have the class of 24 kind of fill in that spot really taught me the value of actually taking care of yourself and really putting things ahead of you. It's like the time is going to go by fast, and I think that's something that I was starting to acknowledge, but at the same time I wanted to enjoy the sort of childhood kind of teenager experience that I wanted. Moving it on to junior year, people say that junior year is really hard. To me it was, but I think it was more that mental block of actually facing the fact that I'm going to be going to college, and it's more of like a oh shoot kind of moment where it's like you have time to like have fun and everything, but at the end of your junior year you really got to start looking at everything and figuring out what college you want to go to, and you start writing your personal essays and going to workshops. That was the most stressful part of junior year, trying to figure out where I wanted to go. Definitely procrastinating. Procrastination was very tough for me. It's better to do things right off the bat, especially when they're given to you. A teacher that really pushed me, I'd say Mr. Huang. I had AP Leg with Mr. Huang. I've always been a good writer, or at least I thought I was until I took his class. And so the first essay I ever got, I got a C-, and I was very shocked. But I talked to him. He said, I just think you can write a little bit better than this. I know there's more. but your writing ability can be improved. He really pushed me into writing. Having him as my English teacher really helped me find a love for English. I'm majoring in English and I dedicate that to him. Senior year, I can't believe it's like coming to an end so fast. I kind of want to hit the brakes and just really take a hold of everything. Looking back at it, I think really hitting a peak right now. And I think saying goodbye to teachers, I definitely have to give them a huge gift and really thank them for the 4 years of my education that they really left a mark on. Saying goodbye to Coronado is a struggle because I've spent the majority of my life at that school. I was 2 years old when my brother graduated, and I was 6 years old when my sister graduated. And so definitely Coronado has been a huge figure.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What is this?
Lost and found. What did you lose?
I guess I lost a lot.
One at a time.
I lost my watch. I lost my confidence. My skateboard. My old job. My dog. Is this a joke?
We don't make the rules. We just return what's left.
I lost her.
Some things you don't get back.
Cool, we're recording. Hi, I'm Ethan.
And I'm Lilia, and we're the directors of this film. But we didn't write it.
ChatGPT did, and it did it really fast. The only prompt we entered was write a script for a 5-minute short film.
Now imagine if that was your job, to write scripts.
This AI doesn't just write scripts, it does everything. It creates images, it creates videos, and it does it really fast and pretty good.
So where does this leave creativity? Because that's what art is, creativity.
And if we didn't tell you a robot wrote this, would you really have known?
That's why art is dead.
Thank you.
Thank you.